us a little bit about what you do.
I am a consultant geriatrician, so I work in the Ulster Hospital and I specialise in the care of the older person. My work involves working on the acute side, the Ulster, but also working in the community as well. And I do a range of activities that involve outpatient clinics, and beyond clinical work then have had a managerial and a teaching role as well.
Did you always want to be a doctor?
That's a difficult question to answer. I think probably that came to fruition maybe in the latter years when I was at Glenlola. And I think I was influenced by my mother, who had some nursing experience and I think was always keen about the medical field. And I think I developed the interest really at one point when thinking, what am I going to do in life? And wanted a challenge, and I knew that I wanted to help people. And I probably only realised how much I loved medicine actually having qualified and practising it. And for me, certainly the right choice.
And why did you decide to work in care of the elderly?
I had worked for a number of years as a junior doctor in medical specialties, and I found elements of that frustrating. I then had the opportunity to spend a period in rehabilitation medicine, and that was my light bulb moment, because I was working with an older population who I thought were really interesting characters and people. They were hugely grateful for all that you did for them. And you were affording them the opportunity when they'd come into hospital, usually having fallen with an injury, and you were enabling them to get home again. And you could see the joy that that brought to them and to their families, and then also to myself, because it was hugely rewarding.
Okay. What has been the highlight of your career?
I think the highlight has been able probably to come back to, in a sense, home and work in my community. I love where I work. I get probably quite emotional about it because I've spent a lot of time in the Ulster, and I always say home and family are very important to me. So to be able to work in that environment and to give something back, I think probably remains the highlight. And I work with a group of people who I really enjoy working with and whom I love. They're an extension of my family, so that gives me great joy.
Okay. And finally, what advice would you give to any students at Glenlola, particularly maybe considering medicine?
I would say in life you have to work hard to get whatever you want to do, and I think you appreciate things that you work hard for. I think if you commit and give your all to something, you will get the most back. I think it's important that if you find things aren't right for you, it's okay to stop and to reassess and do something different. But as long as you've given it the best that you can't ask for anything more from yourself.
Have you any special memories about Glenlola?
I have lots of wonderful memories of Glenlola that you probably couldn't curtail into a few minutes, but I thoroughly enjoyed my time here. I loved the place. I loved my friends that were here. I was keen on sports and had a great time there. And teachers, you know, as I matured, got on really very well with. So there's lots of characters within the school that I've carried with me throughout the years. And it's been wonderful actually to meet them again at times in my working capacity and to be able to help and acknowledge what they did for me.